Here we go, Dirty Thursday, brought to you by River City Speedway, everybody. And a couple of other sponsors. On the show today, we're talking Forks Karting Association go-kart racing. I can't wait. Ryan, Brandon, Adam Thorvilson, all on the show today, along with Brady Johnson from Forks Karting Association. Still waiting for the other half of the Bullring Boys, Chad Hoff, to make it in. He's never on time. But also, our show today is brought to you by Executive Properties. Are you still putting off that project around the house that's been bugging you forever? Do you think you can wait until spring and call a contractor and have the work done ASAP? Well, good luck with that. Executive Properties has openings right now to get that project done. In fact, you can check out their Google reviews. Aaron says Chris and his team did a spectacular job in the damage to my aunt's garage and siding. Kept us up to date on the progress, and the finished product was amazing. Thank you for your professionalism and hard work. Hey, get that project done sooner than later. Call Executive Properties, 701-330-1273. All right, speaking of phone numbers, you can call that same phone number for taking reservations for snow removal. Executive Properties, if you didn't know, they do a great job with snow removal. So again, call that number. And calling numbers, you know what, if you have any questions or comments for anybody on the show here, Nick Curtis is already tuned in. Good morning, Nick. Our number here at the studios of Grand Forks Best Source, 701-213-0863, 701-213-0863. Feel free to text or call, all right? Let's do it. Let's do our daily segment called Jokes My Neighbor Tells Me. I've got two because the first one probably sucks. But here we go. Jokes My Neighbor Tells Me. Why does a chicken coop have two doors? You guys have probably heard this one. Why does a chicken coop have two doors? Because if it had four, it would be a chicken sedan, really? I got an okay one about that one. How about this one? I got one more for you. I love whiskey. I recently bought a 12-year-old whiskey. Man, was his mom pissed. Wow. About a 12-year-old whiskey. His mom was pissed. There you go. Speaking of, and I got you a present. I don't know if you'll do it or not.
That looks good.
You've never had one with me here, ever, I don't think.
No, I have never had one here with you.
And you don't have to. I'm not going to peer pressure you.
Okay.
But anyway, Chad, welcome back.
Thanks, buddy.
We got a full studio. Let's go through a few things.
Wow, a lot of guys.
Yeah. We even got Brady sitting back in the corner.
Yeah.
Oh, he went outside to hide.
Oh, yeah?
Look at that. Oh, he must be on the phone.
Brady's in the corner. That's where he belongs.
Yeah. Forks Karting Association. Do you still have a mic back there, Dale? Let's do a quick rundown. Just tell them quickly what's going on this weekend, then we'll talk with these boys about it.
Got the flyer on the screen now. Big state championship season finale doubleheader this Saturday, kicking off at 10 a.m. Two full shows back to back this Saturday, September 14th, starting at 10 a.m. The first show, second show going on at 1 p.m. It's going to be a full day of racing there. Looking forward to it. John, you're going to be rocking the play-by-play. It's going to be a hell of a show. Make sure to check it out. Forks Karting Speedway, just right across from River City Speedway at the Grand Forks Fairgrounds.
I am looking so forward to it. I haven't got to call a race yet with the Forks Karting Association this year. I usually get one or two in a year, and I can't wait. It's going to be fun. Forks Karting Association, let's do their track schedule here. Race schedule brought to you today by Forks Karting Association, of course. Now, you can watch the karts all day this Saturday at Forks Karting Speedway at the Grand Forks Fairgrounds. Otherwise, catch them on Wednesdays all summer long. You can find out more by going to forkskartingassociation.com.
Perfect.
Got it. Perfect. I've been on this roll where it's Forks Karting Association. It's like, where does that come from?
Yeah.
Forks Karting Association.
That's
now
awesome.
I'm talking like the news guy on the other radio station. Here we go. Tomorrow, River City Speedway, all sprint car night. It's going to be a blast. I tell you what, folks, if you're into sprint cars, if you haven't been to the Speedway yet this year, tomorrow night might be the night to go because we've got a double NOSA sprint car feature.
Yes.
We've also got the Lightning Sprints, the Western Renegade non-wing sprints, and the Race Saber 305 sprints.
Yep.
All sprint cars, and the same for next week. And that's the season finale. School
bus
buses
races
tomorrow night. I forgot about the school buses.
Bus races.
So that's going to be a big one.
Yeah.
Saturday and Sunday, 2-day show at Devil's Lake Speedway. Pure Stock Nationals, $1,000 to win Sunday for the Pure Stocks. How about that, man? That's good. Good purse
great
there.
Payout.
Wingless sprints are going to run with and without wings, and they are going to go by the branded wing sprint car division. That's going to be cool. I think they're going to take these wingless sprints, and they'll still be able to bolt a wing on them.
Yeah.
And run them that way.
Oh.
I believe that's what they're going to do.
That's pretty cool.
So, yeah.
They did it they rocked some wings earlier this season as like an exhibition. It was really, really cool. So I'm looking forward to them doing it again this weekend, and also their Hall of Fame ceremony this Saturday as well.
All right, and yeah, that's Saturday. And the Winnipeg Super Trucks are back. It's been 9 years since they have been at Devil's Lake Speedway. All right, there we go. Track schedule brought to you by Forks Karting Association in the books. I do want to mention quickly the John Seitz, 18th annual John Seitz Memorial 3-day race last weekend. Man, what a marathon. Another spectacular Seitz show. Cole Searing ended up winning. Dustin Strand was second. Aaron Turnbull third. My opinion, I'm going to ask you, just opinions.
Okay.
Dustin Strand's too nice. And you know, I mean, I get it. I know how racing works. These top three guys, any one of them could have won. There was a couple other guys, too, that were up there. But Dustin Strand is, and I haven't said this to him. I haven't talked to him since. I think he's too nice. I really think he had a couple of chances to win that race. There might have been a little rubbing. I don't think it would have been dirtying anybody up at all. But he really was awfully nice, polite, if you would, on Saturday night.
Golly, I would say probably probably 2 or 3 times in corner 3 and 4. He could have done something a little bit
wider coming out of the turn something, but
so couldn't Aaron. Aaron could have done the same thing. They had great runs on him. You know, Cole had a great job on that bottom line. That track really turned to the one lane.
Yeah, it did start to.
Unfortunately, but they both treated him with a lot of respect and didn't want to do nothing crazy. But golly,
they were all very polite
right there the whole time. You know, so.
And man, I tell you what, Aaron Turnbull, you got to give him credit too. Never been in the car.
Yeah,
it was one of Shane Edgington's car. He just put a couple of different door numbers on it and ran it.
Yeah,
and top 3 finish.
It was pretty hilarious. I was talking to Gresseth a little bit, and he was starting front row. Mike was, and I was like, wow. That's pretty good. Haven't seen you much. He goes, I haven't raced like 10 races this year.
Yeah.
And I'm like, don't tell that to anybody else that you've raced only 10 races. You're in the freaking front row of the sites. He goes, well, Turnbull's less. I'm like, geez.
Yeah, then Turnbull, I don't even know if he raced hardly at all this past year.
A lot of IMC modified stuff.
Okay.
But nothing in a late mod I don't think of anyway. But
unreal. All right, let's get going here. First off, let's go to the left. I'm going to go through around you guys. Introduce yourselves, if you would, please.
Yeah, hi, I'm Brandon Thorvilson. I run the number 20 senior medium cart. It's my 24th year racing.
Holy, you're old.
I am.
No, you're not that old. Remember you back RC cars.
Yeah.
We used to run those back in the day.
I started in 91, did the RC car stuff, and through the local RC car track.
Yeah.
The RC car shop.
Yeah.
They were doing the go-karts out of there too. And
okay. We used to do, there used to be a Legion. Remember coming off the Point Bridge or the Murray Bridge there, and the flood wiped it up, but we used to actually run in the basement there. Was it the basement? Yeah, it was the basement. Okay, your turn.
I'm Adam Thorvilson. I run the number 40 cart, and I've been racing for 13 years now.
Okay. And you, sir?
13 years.
I'm Ryan Thorvilson. I run the number 48 senior medium go-kart, and I've been racing for 15 years.
Man, you guys always going to keep racing karts? Are you going to be like him? Are you happy with doing this forever? I mean, a lot of these guys we'll see, and I'm guessing you're the youngest for sure, but you always just want to stay in karts, or someday would you like to race a big car?
I mean, for the foreseeable future, I want to be in karts forever. I mean, it's fun. I like doing it.
Absolutely.
It's a great family experience out here. I mean, my dad and my cousin and my uncles, and I mean, it's just a great all-around family experience. But I mean, yeah.
Travis Strandell says, "Tell Ryan he's got a nice hat." I was gonna say something about that. Oh, and I just thought of this too. Maybe I can talk Withy into letting me hot lap his cart if he's gonna be there.
Yeah.
I was. There's no beer allowed anywhere, so I'll be good to hot lap. I don't ever drink beer when I'm there anyway. Yeah. Katie Elizabeth, Kaylee was such a great experience. Bummed they don't recognize B feature winners, but thanks, Chad, for the little interview you did. Very proud to have that moment in front of lots of Kenna's friends and family. I liked the Jory Berg video. The F-bombs. I thought it was pretty cool.
I didn't get to I don't get to watch it because it's on TikTok, and I don't have TikTok.
Sure.
So and I don't want to go back down that rabbit hole. That's why I deleted TikTok.
Yeah.
I was, from all the comments and stuff, man, I wish I could watch it. But I tell you, having her win that, I got on the four-wheeler right away, followed the B main feature off, went and told Joe and the guys, just gave them all thumbs up, said, hell of a job, nice job, and turned around got back in, and I thought, we got to give her some prestige for that. I mean, that's to hold off the group of class that she had to deal with that time.
Yeah.
Oh, And I don't think she lifted in corner 3 and 4.
No, she didn't.
Pretty sure she didn't. So that was awesome.
She posted the video in the comments, so you don't have to go through TikTok. I want to
thank
jump at the
you.
guy that's back there hiding in the weeds. Brady, are you there, man? Can you hear me?
I'm here.
How you doing back there?
Not too bad.
We left him in the back there. Hey, are you ready for Saturday?
Ready or not, here it comes, I guess.
Ready or not, here it comes.
It'll be a lot of fun. We're doing something different. We're actually doing qualifying for the karts in the points divisions. So that'll be a fun little deal to have. And we're doing the points like we did last year for the fall shootout. For the points classes, like the junior 1, junior 2, senior classes, the masters, you get 300 for first in the points, 200 for second, and 100 for third. And while he got me on here, I just got to give a big shout out to our sponsors that are presenting with ChristianCarsOnline.com. Todd Christian and his family, they've stepped up and helped out a lot with these special events we've been able to do these last couple of years, as well with Grand Forks Welding, Little Keepers, Nordic Towing, and the Broken Drum. Other than that, yeah, we're ready to go. It'll be interesting to learn how it goes and fun to experience it. And if it doesn't work, we won't ever do it again.
All right. Well, that's simple. That's a good answer. I mean, we see tracks dick around with things. Well, we can maybe tweak this and tweak that a little bit, and then next year it might not be any better, it might not be any worse. You never know. But I like that. Right to the point.
No, I think it's going to be great. I think to experiment with the qualifying thing, it's going to be awesome, even for the guys that, you guys are ride karts. Are you guys in the point systems where you're going to be qualifying then? Yep. See, that's even better.
Yeah.
Just to give them a little bit more seat time, too, in that, and, gives it a little bit more of a competition feel. It's not just the pill draw, and here you go. I mean, you're actually giving the guys an opportunity to see how their car feels right away, too.
I want to bring Brady in again. Brady, do you have any idea, just maybe off the top of your head or make something up, average car count this past season?
Yeah, we've been right around 80. I mean, we've been from 78 to 83 a night, I think.
Oh, nice.
So it's been nice, consistent numbers again like last year. Another thing that I want to bring up with the show that we're doing this weekend, it's kind of a unique, kind of made-up format we're trying with the qualifying where, so you qualify, you go out, we're going to try to do 2 or 3 karts at a time, we're going to see how it goes, and then we're lining up the first show, because it's one show, and then another show with one heat for each show in the points classes, and they are doing qualifying. So we'll line up the first heat straight up off of qualifying, and then we'll go to the next heat in the next show, and we'll invert it. So the slower qualifying cars will be up front, and the fast cars will be in the back. So I think in that second show heat, we'll be seeing some more passing, and it'll be a lot of fun to watch.
Kind of an inverted thing going on, kind of like. Now, if weather's supposed to be decent, you do have a rain day scheduled for Sunday if needed. Is that correct?
That is correct.
Okay. All right. Thank you, by the way. And if you didn't hear, Dale, the producer, Dean Dale, Dale. We have another guy that calls him Dean all the time. I get to announce this weekend, so I'm keyed up about Saturday. That's going to be a good time.
Yeah, he'll be down in Devil's Lake.
Yeah.
Yep.
It's so funny when you talk about, and I don't know how people, they must live in a cave or under a rock or something. When we talk about Forks Karting Association, there's a lot of people still don't know it's around. And when you mention it, they're like, oh, the first thing they think of is like Thunder Road kind of go-karts or Mario Kart or something like that. And I'm like, no. These are a lot different. And, well, I know they can. And I go, no, there's guys older than me. Maybe. There's guys my age that race.
Yeah.
Really? And then you have to tell them, well, there's this class and more classes and these classes, and these guys will do it. Sometimes it could be a starter to move up to a big size car. And some of these guys have so much fun. They do it all the time, until they're old. But how many classes are there?
Boy, off the top of my head, I'd say a dozen. 11. Okay.
11 classes. Okay. Now, and anybody who wants to answer these questions, because right now I'm really playing the dummy here. The smallest or the starting class, how old normally would you have to be to get into a kart?
5 years old.
Okay, 5 years old. Now, these go-karts aren't like the go-karts you drive. These go-karts, I mean, they are, but they're not fast. as
Right.
fast as the go-karts. Are they governed or what do they do there?
Yeah, so that 5 to 7 year old class, they're really the same engine, chassis, and everything that I run, but they're electronically governed.
Okay.
With the ignition, and we limit the tire size and gear ratio. So
Okay.
They top out maybe 12 miles an hour.
Okay,
So
okay.
they just kind of sit there and put, put, put.
Yeah, and you usually don't see any bad wrecks with these guys. A lot of it is well,
He smiles after he says that.
when you watch the younger ones start. I don't know what class is that called.
Novice rookie.
Novice rookie.
There we go.
Where you start on the start, where you line up has a lot to do with it.
Yeah.
Not a lot of passing, but if you make a mistake, they're going to jump all over you.
Yeah.
But if you're good in that front row and you can hold your own, a lot of the times that's the way it's going to end. But then it keeps going, you keep advancing. When you get better and you get older and you move up. And one thing I have not got to see yet at Forks Karting Association are the winged carts, and I am looking forward to that. But what's the fastest class out there?
The senior Yamaha is the fastest class. They run a 100cc Yamaha 2-stroke.
Okay.
Somewhere around 18 to 20 horsepower, and we'll get around the track. But a good lap would be like 9.3, 9.4 seconds.
Okay. 100 cc's. All right. Wow. Yeah. Is there such thing as shifter carts here?
Not here, no.
Okay.
They're more the road course tracks.
Okay, more of the
left and
Grand
right
Prix, the
turns.
stuff you see
Yep.
in Europe and all that kind of stuff.
Yeah.
All right. Wow, that is pretty cool.
And don't fool around. I mean, these carts still, there's a budget.
Oh,
I mean,
yeah.
They're not cheap to run all the time. I mean, it's a good thing to do and have fun with it, but still, it's an expensive hobby.
It can be. I mean, there's people that really don't have a budget and
Yep.
spend way more than I think needs to be spent. And then there's people like the three of us who, are
It's close.
kind of on the budget program.
Show
I
up
mean,
with the same dirt from the week before.
yeah, I think your cart's late 2000s, right?
I think it's 2012.
2012.
maybe.
Yeah, mine's
2010.
8 years old.
Right.
Other than a couple sets of tires, I do the motor work on all three of them.
Wow.
We get by probably spending, I don't know, $700-800 a year per cart.
That's not bad.
That's
I've
all
talked
right.
to my neighbor. He's been dabbling with maybe having his daughter go check this out and stuff. And I said, you know what? We hear parents complain all the time about, I didn't have my kid play hockey. It's too expensive. Well, I tell you what, now you could probably get your kid into a cart for the same cost it would to have your kid play hockey for a year,
Yeah.
or dance, or cheer, or any of those. That
Cheer's crazy
the
expensive.
The cost is unbelievable.
Kaylee, tell us about that.
Yeah. I mean, she's got one kid in cheer and one kid running a B mod.
Yeah.
Oh my goodness. Can you say second mortgage?
Yeah.
There we go. Is there any kind of tech? So if you guys win a race, do you go? I know you built the new tech garage or building, but I don't know what goes on there. How do they tech a cart? What do they do?
Yeah, the rule book is laid out really well. Every part and piece has a measurement, minimum, maximum. And this year we've got a new tech guy, Justin, I can't think of his last name, and he's knowledgeable enough on how to run some of those tools to do the right testing. And for the first time in the 20-some years I've been racing, we've actually seen some motors tore down, and checked. And the very best thing about the whole thing is we haven't found anything illegal.
Yeah.
That's good.
Yeah. It's too bad people got to cheat.
Yeah.
And it's nice to know that they are not so far. I'm going to bring Brady back into the conversation here a little bit. You guys, and I know your dad has spearheaded a lot of this stuff, but all I've got to do is when I drive to the River City Speedway every Friday night, for how many years now, there's always seems to be something going on at Forks Karting as far as revamping, redoing, making better. There's been a lot of changes there in the last couple of years. I mean, the fences, the bridge, the concrete, the buildings, the lighting. You guys, you have these raffles, and we'll talk about the other raffle coming up, but all of this money, you guys are throwing it right back into the track. And since you started, even, Brady, how many different changes have you seen?
Well, I think everything that you guys have seen in the last 6-7 years now. The biggest thing that we got changed this year is we got a whole new sound system.
Boy.
Got speakers all the way through the pits, and it's made a heck of a difference because everybody'd say in the way back every year, oh, we can't hear. Well, you can only fix so much stuff at once.
Sure.
It's a lot of cost in this stuff. And like this year, Dale, he got a new camera and stuff. And what the streaming is, a lot of people have seen. The streaming is, Dale has done a tremendous job with it. And it's there's been so many compliments with grandmas and grandpas and aunts and uncles that live out in California or down in South Dakota or something who can't come up every week. They still get to watch their family member race.
Okay. There's more Thorvilsons out there. Kenny's done so many improvements to the track. That's from Chad.
That's my dad.
Yeah, okay. It's like, how many of you are there?
He used to run carts about once a year, and it would have been this weekend race. Brandon would usually hang his helmet up for the year, so my dad would run it, and
Okay.
he'd go run with the old guys, and he'd usually do pretty good.
Yeah? Now, when you talk about old guys, who's the oldest guy there, and how old are they?
I think it has to be Mike Witherall.
Well, I was hoping you were going to say Withy's the oldest guy.
I think
I'm not sure which one of them's older. They're both close.
Okay.
Upper
Oh,
50s.
Eric, sure. Oh,
I think my dad said that Jay Ross is the oldest one,
Right, yeah. Jay.
I never thought about Jay.
which he's been. But we can all agree that Witherall can be the oldest. That's fine. He acts like it.
He acts like it.
hey, Craig says vote for Brady for 2025 flagman. I'm just putting that up there. Kaylee Elizabeth, my dad is 68.
Yeah, Bobby ran
Bobby.
a couple races.
He started
this
a
year,
little
too. I
bit.
forgot
Oh, that's
about
right.
Yeah.
I heard he was doing that stuff. We're gonna take a little break here. I know that Brandon's got to leave soon, but we're gonna take just a short thank you. We're gonna take a short little break here. We're gonna talk more about the raffle coming up. We're gonna also talk about the Big Fall Shootout 2024 presented by ChristianCars.com, and we're gonna be talking to Chad Hoff about some stuff too. We'll be right back, everybody. Dirty Thursday. Life doesn't ever seem to slow down. Everything needs to be done right now. Well, when it comes time for an oil change, stop into Valvoline Instant Oil Change. You know, most changes are done in about 15 minutes. Valvoline Instant Oil Change does more too. Tranny and coolant flushes, tire rotations, and batteries. And included in your oil change, they're going to top off your fluids, check your tires, battery, lights, wipers, and cabin air filter too. And you get discounts for fleets and the military. You know, they can text and email invoices and coupons and mention Grand Forks Best Source and get $10 off your oil change. Valvoline Instant Oil Change. They're open Monday through Saturday with no appointment needed. Pickup and delivery is also available if you live in Grand Forks. And Valvoline Instant Oil Change is now hiring. If you'd like to join their team as an assistant manager, customer service rep, or lube tech, stop in to find out more. Valvoline Instant Oil Change for a complete oil change and more. They're at 3325 South 38th Street, or call them 701-780-8462. And make sure you tell them Grand Forks Best Source sent you. All right, here we are. We are back at the studios of Grand Forks Best Source here in the Grand Cities Mall. Dirty Thursday brought to you by River City Speedway. Ryan, Brandon, Adam Thorvilson, Brady Johnson, everybody's here. Chad Hoff, the Bullring Boy. Also, Dale, the producer, is here. Dale, what did you have?
I just want to just kind of follow up with what Brady was saying with the streaming. It's been so much fun streaming, having him go this year after last year's test run with streaming, actually being able to do it and have it public. And just bouncing off what Brady said, I just want to give a big thank you to all the kind feedback. So many family members and drivers have been saying really good things. Had a lot of few glitches to work out the first couple of weeks, but I've found a lot of improvements. It's been getting better and better each week, and I kind of got a few things in store for next year. If people want to check out the streaming races, just search Forks Karting on Facebook or YouTube.
All right, thank you very much. You can see Brady back there now. See him? He's hiding between the two.
you can.
Now you can see him. Hey, there he is.
Ryan here a couple weeks ago, he watches the races on the YouTube every night on his way home, he was saying.
Oh, sure.
Yeah.
So I think there's a little bit of film study going in for these drivers too.
Well, I mean, that's what you do in the big cars. Why not? You can actually look at things. You guys, have you got a raffle going on right now?
Yeah, there's a $100 ticket raffles. I don't have the tickets in front of me. I think Brandon knows a little bit more probably.
Okay.
About
Yeah, we're selling raffle tickets, $100 a piece. We are selling a total of 200.
Okay.
The drawing is sometime in November. I don't remember the date, but
21st.
top prize is $5,000. Second prize is $2,500. Third prize is $1,000.
Okay.
So
And
3 chances to win. You got 1 in 200 shot.
okay, and that will be done here on Grand Forks Best Source. We'll have that drawing here again. We always do the raffles here, and we absolutely love doing that. Saturday, fall shootout. It's going to be a full day. What happens if you guys are, because it'll be 2 shows, am I correct? 2 shows on Saturday? Is that kind of the way they're billing it? What happens if you wreck or blow up or do something to your car on the first show? Do you just say, okay, time to watch and kick back now, or what do you do?
Yeah, if I blow up, I'm done. I don't think we're rebuilding no motor unless what we do have
We have a spare.
Brandon does have a spare motor, so we could do an engine swap.
So you're not going to be like Dustin Strand and have to load up, go back to your shop, come back after you put a new motor, and you can do it right there.
Yeah, I mean, if I wanted to, I probably could load up and get out of there. I don't know if Kenny would let me out though.
That's a subject in itself there.
Oh, that is funny. Now, do you have to prepare differently to run back-to-back shows the same day? Or you just kind of go for, I mean, you got a little bit more maintenance and things like that, or is it really not?
I think the biggest thing is the track prep. Adam and I do most of the track prep.
Oh, sure.
Kevin Embry. Normally we race starting at 7 o'clock into the evening, so it's getting a little dark, cooler.
Oh, sure.
Saturday we're going to be running in the middle of the day, with full sun. So
And that makes a difference.
yeah, the track's going to dry out a little bit more, so maybe a little bit of different stuff with the tires and the prep there. We might have to touch up the track a little bit in between some of the heats to keep the moisture in it.
Sure. Now, we hear this all the time. You'll see with soda and different sanctioning bodies, illegal tires. You see it with sprint cars. And I know we've seen you guys do stuff to your tires, but what do you do? What's legal? What's not legal?
Pretty much everything's legal with the tires.
Okay.
They got to be a manufactured tire. Can't use open flame on them to warm them up or anything.
Okay.
Yeah, it's all different chemicals you can put on them, whether it's on the outside or on the inside of the tires to soften up the rubber and get it in the right window for the track conditions.
Okay. Now, is there like a secret ingredient or is this just something on the market everybody buys?
There's a few different types of prep a person can use. I think they're kind of all based on the same, few different formulas.
Okay,
And the amount of which one you use compared to the other is for different track conditions.
Okay. Brady.
That is for unless the wing carts, because they're on the mandated Hoosier groove tires.
Oh.
There's no prepping or anything with those tires.
They can't do anything. Can't even touch them.
But
Wow.
there's a lot of people that prefer that because they don't have to do a whole bunch of tire work. There's
Sure,
a lot of people
sure.
that do put a lot of hours in their tire work a week.
Yeah.
Yeah, to be honest, that's one of the things I dislike the most about the karting is the tire situation.
Okay.
You know,
Okay.
Everything else has rules. It's open. You run this gear, whatever. With the tires, it's kind of a secret, and I hate to say it, but the specific chemical you put on your tires is probably 75% to 80% of your success.
Oh, wow. I didn't know there was,
It's
that's
huge.
That
I
makes
didn't know it got that competitive in that side of things. Holy crap! 80% of the
If
car
you're not,
movement.
If you're not using the right chemical for the right track condition,
Yeah.
you're struggling.
Oh boy,
Man,
Yeah.
I had no
also-
idea.
I always say I have fun racing, but I think I have the most fun out there when we're doing hot laps because us three don't ever prep our tires for hot laps. A lot of people. will. And
sure.
So we just go out there bare tires.
Run with your brung and see what happens.
Yeah. And just slings. Me and Adam are out there slinging sliders together. Adam usually tries to win hot laps, but he hasn't figured out that trophies don't exist in hot laps yet.
Well, I remember last year there was a heat or a day where it was like 90 something degrees. I mean, like four or five people in our class showed up. So I mean, we all decided to go no prep. And I mean, that whole night, I mean, me and Ryan were just going back and forth with each other. I mean, it was a blast. I mean, And Dad's out there half lap in front of us.
Yeah,
20-some years experience.
Yeah, Brandon kicked the crap out of us that day.
But I mean, that was probably my most fun night of racing out there.
Yeah, you really got a saw on the wheel then without any tire prep, I would imagine. I never thought about that. Slide jobs in a go-kart would be cool. Grandma Gail is watching. Grandma Gail.
I have a question for all the Thorvilsons. Just kind of wondering, big season highlight for you this year, whether it was the senior medium class or the Yamaha class, or just like a standout race for you of the season. One in particular, you're just talking about those hot laps. It brought up a great memory there. So I just wonder if you got a standout race for you for the season for all you guys.
Yeah, off the top of my head, I can't think of anything that stood out a lot this year. Last year, I mean, I know at one point me and Brandon were racing side by side, and Adam just blew our doors off on the inside, and we were 3 wide on the backstretch. But one of the hot laps, talking back to Mike Witherall having you maybe hot lap his go-kart, he doesn't hot lap, but when he does, it's usually me and him out there beating the crap out of each other. Earlier this season, he came out and hot lapped, and I got a big shot out of 2. And I was like, God, who the heck was that? Because I knew these two were in front of me. And then Mike just comes flying by me going into 3, and he goes just about went off the track. He slid me so hard. And I was like, yeah, Withy's out here with us. So that one made me chuckle when I went into 3, and he just went flying by me.
And, you know, I brought up Withy's name because he's offered me chances to hot lap before, and I've always declined because I always did have a beer to him. I was there spectating those times and not working, but I might try that this year. I have been offered hot lap, everything from street stocks to go-karts to sprint cars, and I've always said no.
Yeah.
Because I'm that Murphy's Law believer kind of guy. If something's going to break, it'll be when my ass is in that car, and then I'm going to feel like crap, and I can't afford to fix it. So I'm looking forward to this. Fall shootout again, folks, 2024, presented by ChristianCars.com. There is a rain date Sunday, but we're not even going to talk anymore about that. We'll be running on Saturday. Make sure I'm right here, Brady. Pits open at 8, drivers meeting at 9:30. First show starts at 10, second show at 1. Races again will be streamed live on Facebook and YouTube. Admission is $10. Is that for everybody, or is there a price for kids?
That's the admission for the pits, I believe.
Oh, that's admission for pits.
And
okay.
Then, in the grandstands, I believe it's $35 a show for drivers to enter for this one.
Okay.
And you have to pay for 2 separate shows, so you're looking at $70 for the day.
Okay. And what about just regular admission? That's $10.
Yep.
For people that just want to go in and watch.
Correct.
Okay, and there is dollars to be won. There's money to be won. ForksKartingAssociation.com is how you find out more. You guys got anything else? I know you got to get going. I got to get to a funeral, but I'm trying to talk as much as we can about this Saturday. The banquet. What's going on? Is there a banquet immediately after the races on Saturday?
The 21st, the following Saturday out at the fairgrounds. We have our yearly awards banquet with all the door prizes and giveaway. They know they're grilling some food, I'm pretty sure. That's what we've done the last couple of years. It's actually quite the event. I know we've posted about it on Facebook and stuff before. It's fun to get everybody together, kind of out of the racing scene, and have a little get together. And kids go play in the bouncy houses. We get bouncy houses out front of the exhibit building, and all the kids just have a blast playing with each other, put the racing aside. I know we talk about that sometimes. When your helmet's on, it should be game time. Then when it comes off, you guys have fun with your friends and just enjoy everything you can out there. That's what it's about.
I might crash that. There's a wedding at the racetrack that Saturday. I don't know if you heard about that or not. Yeah. Scotty and Diane are getting married on Saturday. And that the day after the last race. Of course, Scotty Iverson, head of the concessions at River City Speedway. I think that's going to be a good time. You guys ready for the big show?
I think so. It's going to be a different program, and it'll be fun to see how that goes.
Yeah, and you can kind of gauge off of what's happening this Saturday here and find out how it's going to go. You boys ready?
Yeah, I think so. I'm assuming we're adding more laps to...
Yeah, I think the features will stay at the first feature will stay at the normal, and then the second feature will bump it up to 20.
Yeah.
I think we're doing 10-lap heats, if I remember. That's what I said. I'd have to look at my notes again.
Okay. Now, when you guys were sitting back deciding how to run this show, who came up with the different changes and the things you're trying today? I mean, did you sit with the old man? Did you talk to other race car drivers?
It was kind of my idea. I wanted to try it because, you hear all these bigger go-kart shows around the country, and they do qualifying. I just always thought that'd be so much fun to do here.
Sure.
Something different. These kids, they kind of going back talking about, like, when Johnny Gibson comes out and announces and stuff. Well, they look at the Outlaws. Well, they get to qualify, so we can kind of... I mean, it's a big deal for them. All the kids I've talked to, or when we heard about it, they were all jumping up and down. They were excited to try it, and we'll see if they can listen.
Mm-hmm. I think it's going to be a great time.
But you were talking earlier about people not knowing about Forks karting. We had one guy out there this year, Paul Rouston, out of 1440.
Oh, yeah, we know Paul. Yeah.
And his neighbors are the Andersons, Brett and Rhonda, and they were out there, and they've been trying to convince him into coming out there for years, and he finally got out there one week, and he was just blown away by everything now, the family involvement, the fun, the racing, how competitive it is. And I think he spent the next Thursday morning talking about the go-kart track for an hour.
Yeah.
And I remember when I was listening, Tim Hennessy goes, well, how much did they pay you? He goes, nothing. It was just that awesome.
Yeah, something to add to that. It was just a random Wednesday. I was walking through the pits, and I just kind of felt like it was a carnival atmosphere. You see kids around and families. it's just really, really is a great thing to do. You know, you can make what you want of it. You know, I have fun on that Wednesday. Some, you know, dad and their kids or family, you know, spend time in the garage working on that stuff. You learn a skill,
absolutely,
you know, mechanical skills, and
absolutely,
and the competition side. It's really a good deal.
You know, me being involved with River City Speedway and racing, we always talk. It's family. It's always family. Now, if somebody like talking about maybe even McKenna, you know, if she breaks down, who else is going to come and help on, you know, on a B mod? The late models, it's all the same. Is it that way too with the karts? If you run into an issue, is there somebody you might be pitted next to that says, hey, dude, I got you. You know, I got your back here. I'll help you. I got an extra part. Is that something that when you talk about family, and it's supposed to be family fun, do they help you? Are you guys willing to help each other out all the time like we should do?
Yeah, that's one of my favorite things is, you know, seeing that new karter show up and, you know, watching what they're doing. And then I'll make a point of going over and introducing myself, saying, hey,
and they appreciate that.
I'm here as much or as little as you need.
Yep.
You know, whether it's, you know, helping tune an engine or pointing out gearing or maybe a little setup change or, you know, I'm really good about...
I'll help you.
I think I'm really good about helping them out.
I'll help you as much as I can until you beat me.
Good. You know, you have a coinciding partner there of wanting to learn and stuff, and you meet somebody new every time.
Right.
And then if somebody has an issue, it's like, hold on, go talk to Brandon and see what he would do, and then you can bounce ideas off. I think that's the best thing. You know.
Right. Yep.
You help them until they beat you, right?
Oh, exactly.
Then you got to draw the line.
Then you walk up like, hey, you're good enough now. Now you're on your own.
Craig says, I do want to give Brady a huge shout out for being our flag man for the last number of years and hope to see him out there next year in any sort of fashion. Also, a huge shout out to all those who take care of track prep, registration, and everything else that goes on behind the scenes. These karts are fast. Great family atmosphere with all making forever memories. Again, this would be the day to go watch. If you've never been to them, I mean, I know not everybody can make it on a Wednesday night. The weather is supposed to be nice. It's going to be a Saturday deal. You don't have to go to both shows. You don't have to be there all day.
Right.
But if you're thinking about finding something for your kids or maybe yourself as an adult to do, to spend more family time together in the garage, like you said, getting ready for the races, spending time at the racetrack on Wednesday nights in the summer, and occasionally on a nice weekend in the fall, this might be something for you.
Oh, I agree with you 100%. If you need something to do or just want to go out and venture, instead of going to Target, you can go over and check out the racetrack. I mean, this is a place that it's not, you know, not a lot of people know about it, but the ones that do go back. You know, they always go back. There's a reason why Gibson goes and announces there every time he gets into town. He loves looking at that, watching you guys go to town on it. So, I mean, that's, if you haven't been there, you need to go there.
Yeah.
You know, unfortunately for Wednesdays for us, for the Hoff fam, we were always baseballing it up on Wednesday nights.
Right.
This Saturday would be awesome to go, but unfortunately we have a funeral in Fargo to go to. So I hope that everybody works out well. I mean, obviously track prep's a big deal, and Brandon won. He does it at River Cities. If we're short, he's always willing to help anybody. So you see him going to town on it too. So that was a cool post for that. Craig, to say that, you know, about your about whoever's behind the scenes, those guys that's a thankless job. You know, they don't get thanked a lot. Well, especially with Brady, you know, doing what he does, being the flagman's not an easy job.
No,
you know,
no.
So having that being thanked, it's known that everybody else thinks of you guys as well. So that's pretty cool.
And you got to give Brady heads a thumbs up too, because it's not like being a flagman with a bunch of adults. There are young kids out there, and how to keep your cool when there's a young kid out there, when you're talking to him in the receiver and the receiver and stuff. He does a great job. Now I forgot what the hell I was going to say. Can't be.
While you're
too
thinking
important.
of it, John, I do need to leave. Unfortunately, go-karts don't pay the bills.
Yeah.
I got to get back to my real job.
Thank you.
But before I go, I want to make a few thank yous. That's one to Kenny and Brady. They do so much behind the scenes at the track. Brady's a little more upfront with the flagging and that, but Kenny's doing a great job. Very underappreciated. I want to thank Dale for coming out there Wednesdays, getting all this stuff online, streamed. Thank you for having us here. It's very true that the go-karting is kind of a hidden gem in Grand Forks as far as I can see.
Absolutely.
A lot of people I talk to that have no clue what's going on.
Yeah. And
even people that are in the racing.
Oh, I know. And then there's people that go to the racetrack and they drive right by the Forks Karting Association Speedway, and it's like, huh? There's a go-kart track there?
They've probably even parked in the pit area before and didn't even notice it.
Didn't even notice it.
Thanks, Brandon. Yeah.
Thank you, man. Brady, you might as well jump up here for a minute. We only got a couple of minutes left here, but yeah, we can turn that one off. Now we can put that one back on.
There you go.
All right.
Captain's chair.
Is there anything we missed out on here today that you want to talk about, you want to add?
I don't know. I was trying to. I had something on the tip of my tongue back there, but I couldn't.
That's like me. That's why I write stuff down and I still forget.
And then he files it away.
Yeah, I guess we do have our awards ceremony. How we're saying these points awards for the show after. We're gonna do that on the front stretch. We did it last year and it worked out cool, having all the members together and making sure everybody's there to recognize everybody who participated and the winners and stuff.
And that'll be awesome for the streaming things too, for grandparents and aunts and uncles. That'd be cool.
Yeah, it'll be cool. Hopefully we can get the show done in an orderly fashion because I know Dale has to sneak down. Head west to Devil's Lake.
Right.
You know, it'll be a busy day, but it'll be a fun day. Yeah, just get a chance to hang out with everyone. Like you guys said earlier, everyone behind the scenes. It's been a blast all season long. Can't believe the season flew by.
You know, the thing is, and I wanted to give a shout out to you and Kenny, everybody I know that's involved with Forks Karting Association, they rave about it. They just keep saying, you know, you'll see some racetracks, they get stale. Some racetracks actually, they don't advance. They kind of go down the wrong way, but it's always something new. It's always something better. It's always something improved. Forks Karting Association is here for the stay. They're not going anywhere. Again, I'm going to bring the Donnie Schatz quote out there. Probably the best karting track in the country. They all the dirt track in the country, they all should be modeled after Forks Karting Association. You guys do a fantastic job.
Yeah, you know, you see with Craig commenting, and I did step down from the flagging position. I kind of, if there's a Wednesday night where I can't make it, I don't want to have to be obligated to be there every week, but I do want to help out in a different way. Kind of help out with a.
Well, these kids look up to you guys.
Oh yeah, being a race director, but not a race director. Be there to help a lend in hand because no matter what you see, we've toyed around with over the last couple of years of having officials in different areas, and no matter what, you're gonna have somebody on the far side or on my side or in turn 1 and 2 or on the starting grid. You're all going to see a different thing.
Sure.
So if there's something how I can help out without having to do it all and just kind of be there for a helping hand and make sure everything's running smoothly. And if there's some kids that are having a problem, go over there and try to be a little bit more one-on-one with the kid. Because what I'm about is getting these kids started.
Sure.
When they're 5 years old, it's a lot for them to handle at 5 years old, but they can do it. You just got to...
You got to remember, most 5-year-olds have the attention span of a gnat.
Oh, for sure.
I mean, you know, they do.
Yeah.
Well, exactly.
And you nailed it right there. Instead of trying to talk to a kid in a headset, when you've got 10 other kids out there, when you can go talk to them one-on-one and they can see you and so you're not just talking to a helmet and they're not just listening to a headset, that's huge, especially for a kid that young.
Oh, especially, I mean, Adam, he started when he was 5. I started when I was 5 out there. Yeah, the John, I remember that one.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh, that's awesome. All right, I'm going to just run through this one more time. Saturday, Fall Shootout 2024 presented by ChristianCars.com. There is a rain date Sunday, and I said I wasn't going to mention that again. Pits open at 8, drivers meeting at 9:30, first show at 10, second show at 1. Folks, if you want to go check this out, you don't have to go for the whole thing, all right? Go check it out. Races will be streamed live on Facebook and YouTube. Admission is decent, $10, $35 for the pits and stuff. And there's going to be money to be run. Ryan doesn't want to talk about a rookie beating him a couple of times this year. Oh, love you, bud. Okay.
Yeah. So me and Kyle went to school. He was a couple of years ahead of me, but he raced way back in the early 2000s, and then he hasn't raced ever since I've been there that I remember. And he started back with us this year, and it was good to have someone that I knew from before racing come and join us, and he was right there.
He did a heck of a job.
Yeah, he was. Usually it was, usually Adam, Brandon, and I, and then Kyle or Brian Good. He was always right there. Took him a couple weeks to get his bearings on the setups and all that, but he's at the end. He was one for the win. Just about every every time out. And even the final points race of the year, I ended up getting the points championship. And so Brandon and Adam pulled up beside me to give me knuckles, and I just assumed that was going to be it. And then Kyle pulled up and I missed him, and he sent me a screenshot later of him holding the knuckles out, and I'm just there, looking at the checkered flag to do my Polish victory lap.
It's like, here, shake hands.
Yeah.
Nope.
Yeah.
Nope.
Psych.
Yeah, psych. That's pretty cool. I know.
Cool.
I almost joined you guys. I think there was 3 times this year where fishing was not good for me on league night. We fish on Wednesdays, and I think all 3 times I said, that's it. I'm selling my boat. I'm selling all my fishing crap, and I'm buying a go-kart and a trailer, and I was not seeing you guys ever again. I'm going go-kart racing. But then it turns around, and I do a little better. From Canada, Daryl, good morning all. Great show, boys. Always like the stories.
Yeah.
I want to thank you guys for all coming in again. Check this out, Forks Karting Association. You can find out more by going to forkskartingassociation.com. Thank you guys for all coming in today. I can't wait. I'm jacked. I was really super stoked when you called. And when you text me, I always say, I'll let you know soon, because, well, of course, I got to go ask my boss to make sure we don't have plans, because I'm horrible at keeping track of crap. And once I found out I was good to go, it's like, yeah, all right, I'm going back to the Forks Karting Association racetrack.
Yeah.
So I'm looking forward to that. Part of the show now that I have not been looking forward to. Chad, let's talk for a minute here. You got some stuff going on. What's happening, man?
Damn it.
I know.
This is my second to last show.
Yeah.
Son of a bitch, John. I took a job for Northwest Tire to go move to Dickinson.
You're going home.
Yep, going home. Which is great. Excited. Yeah.
That didn't make it any easier.
Yeah, that didn't make it any easier. But holy shit, how am I going to get through this? So this is my last year here. Fuck.
We're gonna miss you, man.
Emotional guy. I love this place.
Yeah.
And the people I've met were awesome, and damn it. But we got 2 more nights to have some fun with it. We're going to have fun. Darren said I could do what I wanted, so that's pretty cool. I've always been able to do what I wanted anyway. He's been awesome. Scotty knows about it. Jesus. It's been there a long time, and to go to a different racetrack is not in my future.
Yeah.
I don't want to.
Mm-hmm.
Kind of just want to hang out and
Sure.
watch. But yeah.
Well, your wife just said, "Don't cry. You got this boo thing."
Yeah.
Man, we're happy for you, Chad. We love you, man.
That's one thing that's been awesome. My support system at home. Brittany's amazing.
Mm-hmm.
But sorry to cry in front of you guys. I'm just an emotional motherfucker.
Well, I know, but you're almost ready to make me cry. Damn it!
I am gonna cry more and more, and
Yeah.
But it's good cries. I'm happy. We're excited. My family's excited.
That's what counts.
But your guys' kind words they mean the world. So, and I appreciate it. God damn it.
Yeah, you'll be back. You'll be back again on Thursday. We will
I got
see
one
him.
more show left.
Yeah, we'll see him tomorrow night at River City Speedway, too, folks. Hated to wrap the show up that way, but again, thanks to all of you with Forks Karting Association. We'll see you there on Saturday. Our show today, by the way, brought to you by Rumor Sports Bar and Casino right here in the Grand Cities Mall. I tell you what, if I didn't have to go to a funeral, I'd be heading over there right now to get sandwich and a side for just $7 and slam about 8 beers with my good friend Chad here. Chad, you are the man with a plan. You are the ringmaster for real, man. We're going to miss you. Check out Rumor Sports Bar and Casino. They got all kinds of great lunch and dinner specials. They've got that $7 express lunch. Go play some bingo. They're getting ready to start playing bingo right now. Open 7 days a week, 11 a.m. to 2 a.m. They're taking buses. You can go probably take a bus to the UND football game on Saturday and so much more. We love Rumor Sports Bar and Casino. 1 o'clock, folks, it's coming up. Big screens and TV streams. 9 o'clock tonight, Brew Brothers podcast. If you like beer, check out the Brew Brothers, all right? Have a great night. Catch you tomorrow morning. Remember to like, share, tag, and follow us. Hit that notification bell on your smartphone. You never miss a show that way, all right? The Forks are awesome. Well, Grand Forks' best source has given the Forks their identity again.